Yo, I'm Ant.
I'm Christian.
I think who he was for a minute. He's Christian, yes. And I'm your WWE pay-per-view champion, and he's not.
Yeah,
Maybe when I decide to vacate the title, if
yeah.
I decide to vacate my title, we'll see
We'll
about
see about that one.
we'll see. But in all seriousness, I'm Ant, that's Christian, and we are the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. And you are checking out WWE Monday Night Raw from December 12th, 2022. A lot of twos here, some sort of sign 12/12/2022. I thought it was so cool when it was like 12/12/2012.
Right.
I was like, yeah, or like 6606. I was like, oh shit.
I don't think we're ever having one of those ever again.
No, we never will. I don't think.
Well,
We lived in a crazy time, dude. So yes, where were they? Do you know? For Raw, I didn't pick
the
that up.
Raw?
Yeah,
They were in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Millie, walk my way.
Milwaukee.
That's right. Uh, so we start out Raw with the number one contendership match for the Raw Women's Championship. Bayley with the Women's Tag Team Champions Damage Control. They come out, and Bayley's opponent is Alexa Bliss. But before the match can happen, Becky Lynch comes out and attacks Damage Control, getting revenge for their attack on her last week. Becky chases them off with the steel chair, and then Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair comes out and sits at ringside to watch the match. And here are just some quick notes from the match. Bliss nails a code red out of the corner and gets a 2 count. Bliss nails a somersault splash and gets a 2. Bayley nails a sliding clothesline and then gets a 2 count. She was a really cool. It wasn't like I guess it was a sidewalk slam, Bayley. She did this like almost modified sidewalk slam, which was very nice to see. Bliss nails her DDT, but still gets a 2 count. Bayley nails like an Alabama slam to Bliss's head in the corner, and then she nails Bayley to belly and gets a 2. Alexa Bliss kicks Bayley outside. Bayley almost hits Bianca Belair, but Bianca catches her arm, and then Bliss nails a drop kick and Twisted Bliss to get the win. And Alexa Bliss is the new number one contender. However, after the match is when shit gets a little dodgy. So Belair goes to offer her hand for a handshake, and Alexa Bliss is like, "Fuck that, we're friends. Let's give a hug." Goes to hug her. The Bray Wyatt logo appears quickly on the screen, and she sort of like her face turns and she goes to nail a sister Abigail, but then she almost wakes up from this and sort of backs off, kind of like confused herself about what's going on. So, what do you think about the match and this storyline of Bliss sort of coming in and out? That's what he said.
To be honest, I thought the storyline could have been better build up to this match. We've seen Alexa and Bayley compete against each other at War Games, and they've been having a long rivalry for a while now. So I didn't think the match was a whole lot of interesting. I kind of knew Alexa Bliss was going to win the match. I think they've been trying to anticipate Bliss versus Belair for a little bit now. I think they've been trying to give us hints about that. I think the only interesting part about this match or part of the show when these women were involved was honestly the Sister Abigail thing, because again it's just another mystery, another week of we gotta wait and see what happens. I like I said previously, I don't want to get into it, but I will say I don't hope she joins the Wyatt family and does all that shit again. I would like her to go heel again, but whatever. I think the match was interesting. But we'll see what keeps going on with this story. I'm kind of curious now to see what Belair thinks about Alexa Bliss after all that. So we're just gonna have to wait and see, man. But I didn't think it was too much anything too much. Really not that
Yeah,
good of a match.
I'm excited for Bliss though, because we have seen Bayley and Bianca at this time so many
Right.
times at this point. So something fresh, something new. I am glad that they're doing the storyline before WrestleMania, rather than like, okay, she turns at Mania. Like, let's get some answers before Mania, hopefully. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Next, we see the OC backstage, and they're laughing at the Alpha Academy for getting milk sprayed on them by Kurt Angle on SmackDown. And Chad Gable's like, AJ, you're a fossil. If you stepped in the ring with me, I'd beat you. And he's like, you guys stink. Let's do it. So AJ Styles is fighting Chad Gable over spilled milk. Fun. Never thought I'd say that. Corny. Did it? Tough crowd. So AJ nails a huge drop kick to Chad Gable. Christian is not giving me anything tonight. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Chad Gable just doesn't interest me. I'm sorry.
Well, I just said a complete joke about and you totally missed it.
Oh, I totally did miss it. I kind of zoned out.
Yeah. I was saying these two people are fighting over spilled milk. And then I said tough crowd. A completely tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
Yeah.
Where's the
Hi.
lighter when you need it?
Well, yeah, I'm glad that you're alive and with us still. Hi.
How we
So,
doing?
thank you, sir. Hi,
Sorry,
fellas.
I zoned
Welcome
out.
back.
Something
Welcome
popped up on
back.
my desktop that was pro wrestling related, and I kind of got distracted. Sorry, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So AJ nails a backdrop to Chad Gable to the outside, but Otis catches him. Gable nails two Germans, but AJ nails a penalty kick. Gable applies an ankle lock. AJ reverses into a calf crusher. Gable reverses into an ankle lock again, and AJ is able to get the win after a Styles clash. Kind of pointless match, but good action in the ring. What'd you think?
You know, as much as I'm not too much of a fan, I'm not crazy for Chad Gable. He does, again, every week put on great matches, great storylines, and he just continues to lose. But the finish of the match was good. I'm happy Styles is getting a win. I'm a huge fan of Styles. He's getting some positive momentum as a singles competitor. So we'll see where this leads, because I'm kind of curious now what I think the Judgment Day and OC feud might be coming here to an end. So I'm kind of curious to just see, what's next for AJ Styles. Because is he gonna be in like the main title picture? Is he gonna what is he gonna do a
I
tag
want
team
him to
title?
be, man. He hasn't
So
been
do I
champion in
know.
so long,
I know.
and
So
he's
I'm just
phenomenal.
with this
There you go.
match, I just thought it was just like you said, another pointless match. But definitely want to see where Styles goes up with this momentum for sure. I like to see him be a singles competitor again.
Yeah. Well, these people aren't single. Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano are backstage with Dexter Loomis. And Candice is like, listen, the problem why you guys are having trouble figuring out what to buy with all this money is because we already have everything. It's the holiday season. And then Johnny's like, I have an idea. And Loomis walks off. And pretty much they're going to try to do good this holiday season. Do good this holiday season. Check out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell. Stay notified when new content is created. Spread the holiday cheer. All right, we're gonna cover this match quick and then go to our first break, and then we'll get your thoughts, Christian, on the match. The Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley taking on the Street Profits and Akira Tozawa. At first, I was gonna fast forward this one. It was surprisingly decent, I think. So Tozawa nails a kick to Finn Balor. Dominic punches Dawkins, and Balor joins in the match. Balor chops Tozawa in the corner, and Tozawa nails a Hurricane Rana and gets a 2 count. Montez Ford kicks Dominic in the face, and Priest pushes Ford over the announce table outside. Dawkins nails a spinning back elbow and a side slam to Balor. Dom breaks up the pin. Damian Priest nails a South of Heaven to Ford. Tozawa dives on to Dominic outside, and Tozawa then nails a DDT to Balor. But the end comes after Tozawa gets a razor's edge off the top rope from Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio gets the pin. What do you think of the storyline of pretty much like Judgment Day helping Dominic always get the victory? Like Judgment Day are the ones to do the damage, and he just
Yeah, so
makes the pin.
I think this was a really good tag team match. You know, I'm just interested because, this is, I believe, the third week in a row we've seen Tozawa on TV, and he's not just on TV, in a jobber match getting beaten up, losing. He's actually in a, he's teaming with the Street Profits and Judgment Day, two really big tag teams. So that's good for him. He's getting back up. I think Triple H sees something in him that Vince didn't, so that's pretty good. But yeah, the tag team match was very good. It was a typical WWE style tag team match. Tozawa getting pinned is, what I thought would happen, but it could have been better, but simple 6-man tag team match. It was good.
Dude, you are correct. It was very good. And we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to cover the rest of Raw. We will be right back. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up? I'm Ant. That's still Christian.
I'm still Christian.
Yes, he is. He's not a parrot. He sometimes echoes, though. It's totally cool. Kind of jumped ahead there. So we're still covering Monday Night Raw from December 12th, 2022. And we just covered the Judgment Day versus Street Profits and Tozawa. And I'm in the holiday spirit. Technically, I didn't really pay much attention to this next thing. Kind of should have paid attention to this next segment. Should have paid attention to it. But I don't know what was wrong with me, man. I must have been so messed
It
up.
was really, really funny, man.
But my dude says it's funny, and I believe him. So I'm gonna let him just, I guess, from like pure knowledge of the seeing it. What was the whole takeaway from it? What was up?
So Gargano and Loomis had a bag of money, and they gave some money to the guy at the merchandise stand, and they pretty much bought out the entire merchandise stand. And Gargano says, "Let's go to the ring and hand these out." And Dexter Loomis had a little teddy bear that had like a little WWE logo on it, and he gave it to some little kid. And the little kid was like, "Thank you," and like the crowd like popped, like, "Aw." Friend, so Dexter's a cool guy. But Gargano and Loomis show up in the arena with a wagon full of merchandise that they tossed at fans around the ring. Gargano stood on commentary table and used a TV shirt cannon to send some shirts into the crowd, and then the Miz shows up with the hood and sunglasses to knock down Gargano at ringside. The Miz grabs the money. The Miz tried to leave, but WWE officials Adam Pearce shows up, says that Miz, he shows up, says, "Hey, Miz, give Loomis his money back." And then Gargano, Loomis, Miz, and Pierce were all in the ring talking about it. Miz said that that's his money. Loomis wanted to leave. Gargano said that that's Loomis was going to get his all of his money back. And then Miz said he wants to get the money back while saying he'll have a match. Gargano suggests something to Loomis, who gave thumbs up to the idea. Gargano kept on saying like Mike, like Miz's real name is Mike. He kept
Yeah.
like saying Mike, and then Miz kept saying it's the Miz, and then Gargano was Mike. But Miz said that Johnny's wife Candice, or no, I'm sorry, before that, uh, Gargano says, "Miz, we know you're all rich," and then Miz says, "I have a lot of money that my wife controls," and then Gargano starts laughing, and then Miz goes, "Don't act like Candice doesn't control your money," and then Gargano said that was a good point, and then Gargano said he wanted the Miz to ask Maurice for a raise in his allowance, and then said that he had tiny balls. The Miz said he had gigantic balls. Gargano said he wanted Miz to give away some merchandise and dress as an elf, and then Pierce told Miz to do it because he is a WWE official. Um, I thought this was, I thought this was another stupid segment to another storyline that I don't know where it's going. I don't know where this storyline's going. Like we've seen. I don't understand what Johnny Gargano has anything to do with Dexter Loomis's feud with the Miz. I truly don't. So I'm just confused why Gargano's even booked like this in the fucking first place. I want to see that motherfucker wrestle. I don't want to see him hand out fucking merchandise to little kids. That's not what he's there for. That's not why he re-signed. Um, but I didn't I expect them, the Miz and Loomis to have a fucking match soon. Um, so there was nothing really good about the segment. It was just a good laughing segment, I guess, but it was funny.
Yeah,
It was really, really funny. That's why I'm saying it was really funny. But I don't know where the fuck this is going.
I agree with you. I feel like, and I might be 100% with you. I was very let down when this, like, the whole storyline became Dexter Loomis, and
I
he
know.
was
I don't
behind.
understand.
Because I thought it was going to be like a hostile takeover. I thought it was going to be like a group of people coming and mess up, kind of like what Stupid Retribution was, but like really bad. Like they were terrible. I'm talking about like people that we hadn't seen, not like different gimmicks, but just like people coming back, something. Because the way they're like every scene you had to pay attention to, and people were showing up in the background, and this, and
Right.
you're witnessing all these things, and it's just like, oh, it's Dexter Loomis, and it's because he got screwed over by the Miz for money. Like the way it's very anticlimactic. It's like we're gonna throw. It's almost like you ever watch those like teen dramas, and it's like
Right.
the fucking the 17-year-old girl that owns a fucking speakeasy. That's never gonna happen.
Right.
This would never happen. So I just think the storyline's silly. I 100% agree with you. The fact that Gargano is in this is really makes no sense. I get he was a part of the storyline with Dexter and NXT, but Johnny Gargano needs to make a name for himself
Exactly.
on the main roster. And it's not because of him why he's not. They're just not booking him in
Which
anything.
is surprising me because he's a Triple H guy. So
Johnny Gargano is my United States champion in my 2K22. And he is a fucking beast. He's fighting Chad Gable at what's the WrestleMania Backlash. So we're gonna have a hell of a match. But anyways, um Johnny Gargano is one of my favorites, and
hell
I'm
yeah, me
the
too.
way he's being booked. I just want Ciampa to come back and either have him work with him or have him go against him. But thank you, Christian. So pretty much Miz is an elf. That's
Pretty
cool.
much.
That's pretty cool. I would be an elf if
So
I
would I.
could.
To the
I mean,
Miz. To
I
Gargano and Loomis, yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there, Elf.
but I would be see fuck Loomis and Gargano. I would be Maurice's elf.
Ooh, I see. I see.
I would do anything.
I
Like
see.
I'd like, listen, you could fucking like do what okay, I wouldn't eat shit. Here's the problem. I don't know if I would though, because I would start to be told like, okay, then eat a snake. I probably wouldn't eat a snake. But I would pretty much do anything that
I'm
you ask me
don't
to
say
do.
snakes. I'm terrified of snakes. I don't do snakes.
At all.
Um,
Like even the sound.
that's my biggest fear.
Wow.
Fun
Is there
fact,
is there a reason or you just are afraid of them?
snakes on a plane. That movie
I've never
traumatized me
seen
as a
it.
child. And yeah, don't watch it. That
I
movie
just
that movie traumatized me as a kid.
my biggest fear is heights.
No, my biggest fear is snakes. That shit traumatized the shit out of me as a kid.
Snakes. I also don't like the dark either sometimes, but no, I do kind of because then I have to. Okay, I sleep with the TV on. Fun fact, but I don't have it on. Like I
Me
put on
too.
like I have like
I fall asleep to Jim Cornette.
yes, like I put on some kind of dark background, and then like I also will listen to like something like under my pillow. Like I put it right there and I listen to it, and I
Mm.
because I like to know, fun fact about me, I like to know people are awake when I'm sleeping, even if people really aren't. I sort of like lie to myself. I'm like, oh, someone's talking to me right now. Okay, I'm cool. I don't know. I'm weird. Sorry. But nah, Christian, cool. So we both don't like snakes.
I
All
hate
right.
snakes. I don't
I'm a
fucking do it.
heights dude. Like I don't like heights at all. I'll start and I'll look. No, no, no. I don't do roller coasters. The only like I'll do the scrambler. Um, I did Splash Mountain and I was surprised. I called my mom while I was on the ride because I was that I have no balls. I don't like roller coasters at all.
I
Uh,
don't like roller coasters either.
nope, I won't do them. I will keep my feet on the ground. Like I will do teacups. I will do, like I said, the scrambler is the one where like you sit in the thing and it spins really fast and it looks like it's about to.
Right.
the other ones. I'll do that. Don't give me roller coasters. Don't. Sorry.
No, I'm
I'm
not a
just
fan of roller coasters.
not a fan. This is a fun fact for you. When we were in Madison Square Garden in New York, I didn't realize how big it is and how high it is. I also have
Yeah.
a fear of escalators, probably because of Dory.
Oh.
I don't really like escalators, right? Especially the ones that are like, going down. Up is totally
Oh,
different. Going
okay.
down is hard.
I'm not scared of those.
So here's a problem. There was an escalator going down, but it wasn't working. Like they weren't in order. So you had to physically walk down. And there were so many like steps and escalators that my eyes were starting to like
Eesh.
see, and I'm like, I need to get off. I need to get off.
Eesh. I don't
And
blame
so I
you,
got
brother.
off and I just said, fuck it. And I just walked down the steps and I was fine.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
blame you.
yeah. Sorry, sir. To just, thought it was interesting.
No, man. Hell yeah.
We were talking about doing elves and how we wouldn't do certain. Hi, brother, fist bump. See, thank God Maurice isn't fired. Can we talk about this? Hang on. We're recording this on Wednesday, December 14th. Mandy Rose just got fired. I am completely. I wish I could snap the way you did about the trios title. I am completely flabbergasted
Mm.
and beside myself that they would get rid of Mandy Rose.
Hey, man. She can't be making money selling nudes. Well, it's on her contract.
I respect it. But here's my question. I have a question, and this is an honest question. Back in the day, when WWE was doing stuff with Playboy, and I know WWE is doing it, so they're making money, but those women were making money too. You know what I'm
They were
saying?
making money off Playboy. They were
True.
making money off WWE.
Yeah, but if you think about it, let's say I'm a fan who does of Playboy, right? And I don't watch WWE, right? And I see these two girls.
Right.
Technically, it's not WWE. That's really like, yeah, WWE's okay with it because they're a part of it. But if you're not a WWE fan, he's shocked. He's watching Dynamite as we record.
It's happening! Bryan Danielson versus MJF for the title! Yes! Yes!
And he just fucking spoiled that. Thank you, sir.
Yes! I'm so sorry, everybody. Holy fuck, I'm so happy. I wanted to see this match since fuck. Oh my god, I've wanted to see this match for so long, and I want to see Bryan Danielson win the fucking belt. Yes! 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 Woo! Anthony, I'm sorry, my brother. Holy fuck. That's awesome. Sorry for spoiling it. I won't say anything else that just happened. That made my fucking day because this show sucked. And we will be talking about that later, but not today.
I don't know if Christian will.
No, not today.
Breaking your balls,
Oh
saying
my
like,
god, that's
gonna cut your
awesome.
ass for fucking saying the fucking
That's awesome.
He just fucking spoiled it for me, and I'm supposed to sit here while he's going. This
I'm
is
so
awesome.
sorry, but oh my god. I wasn't gonna say this is awesome. This is because I looked to my left and I heard the music because I have it really low, really low. I just have it in the background because I'm one of those guys. Sorry that we're not getting into the actual thing, but real quick, I'm one of those guys where like I can't just be in an area where like there's no noise, so I put background noise all the time. And I understand we're recording right now, but I need noise. That I had Dynamite on, and I kind of just looked to my left and saw Danielson.
I have the heater going as we talk. I respect it, but sir, fuck you. But I love you. But
I
fuck
love
you.
you, brother.
We have a toxic relationship. It's totally cool. Here's the thing. I respect it, but no more spoilers.
That was an accident.
And you fucking were totally interrupted my whole thing about Mandy Rose. This is gonna be a whole fucking thing, and you totally ruined that.
I'm so
Pay
sorry.
respect to Mandy Rose. Put respect on her name.
Listen, I respect everything she's been doing in NXT.
Boom.
Absolutely. She's down there helping, She didn't have necessarily a good run in main roster, but she's had enough experience to maybe go down to NXT and help some of these girls, or those two girls that she's teaming up with, maybe to get them over with Manny Rose. So I respect everything Manny Rose has done.
Listen,
It's just she should have just known better, but I respect everything she's done for the business for sure. People may not like realize it, but she's done some things for the NXT scene.
I'm just so disgusted. Like, I'm just so. I didn't want to. I just read something. I'm just so disgusted.
No, I don't blame you.
This is a PG company. Fuck that. PG. They had her fucking tits and ass out every fucking week. What do you mean PG company? Rhea Ripley, I'm your mommy. How the fuck is that PG?
Well, how's Eddie Guerrero? Oh, rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But it was him saying "I'm your papi" PG.
But that wasn't the PG era.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree.
We weren't like, oh, at that time they still were doing the Braun
I
Pin. You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree. But I don't
It's
know.
just
I
so
don't know.
critical.
What about the
I
whole?
have
What
critical
about
it
the
is.
whole What about the whole Matt Riddle?
Matt Riddle doing the coke. Come
No,
on.
no, 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 not even that. What about Matt Riddle making I was live at that show when he made the bong. You want to hit my bong? Like, what about him making weed shirts? WWE literally advertises they made a whole fucking 420,
Well, because it's a medicinal drug. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like,
but it's
and
still
wrong.
illegal in most states,
I
except
get it.
mine. Except mine
But
if you're medicated like me.
here's the thing. The problem is, like, dude, I just think this is all bullshit. I just think this is complete
No,
bullshit.
yeah, it's a weird day for
Gonna
the
kill
wrestling
it in
world for sure.
AEW. They always fire the ones I like. They fire Zelina at one point. Like, why the fuck do they do this shit?
I don't know, man.
Well, Mandy Rose got a standing ovation, was the women's champion for what, 413 days.
She had a good run, and
Third
she made that
longest
title
reigning
entertaining to
champion.
watch. She made
Sure
the
did.
title
They
entertaining to watch.
booked her to be a whore, and then they got mad when they found out she really was one. Well, what the fuck do you think? I'm not trying to be mean, but what do you think? What do you think half of these girls do? Alexa Bliss, these bitches, their fucking asses are out. It's okay.
Hey man, AEW, you're allowed to have OnlyFans. We talked about this off air.
Go to AEW.
Huh?
I said go to town or go to
No,
AEW.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like we were talking off air, my man. Tony Khan doesn't care, man. Like Tony Storm, Paige Van Zant, Ty Conti, they're all open about, hey, subscribe to my OnlyFans. Like they've said it on AEW television before. They talk about it on podcasts all the time. Like I don't know. And we talked about it too with the whole just you can't make money just off different things, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucks.
Technically, what I found out was that she was doing it. Still, this isn't an excuse, but this is what the fact, I guess, is that she was doing it on her website, and it was a paywall, so you had to pay to see it. It was through her personal website, I guess, and then
Okay, that's interesting.
so I don't know. So it wasn't
That's
like
weird.
an OnlyFans. It wasn't like she still was making money off of it, but it wasn't like she was on it was her own website that you had to pay to use. I don't know.
Right.
So let's move on. Nonetheless, we're upset about all this. Matt Riddle, got suspended for 30 days, drugs. His character is a drug addict. Cool. What do you think is gonna happen? Moving on. So we have Candice LeRae taking on one half of the women's tag team champions, Io Sky, with Damage Control members by her side. And I was excited for this one because I thought, oh, they've had classic matches before, but
No, this is probably the worst match they've ever had together.
Candice lands a neck breaker across the ropes and a tornado DDT. Io nails a really cool springboard drop kick to Candice, sending Candice off the top rope. Candice lands a poison run to Io outside and gets a 2. Io pushes Candice off the top and lands an over the moonsault and gets a 3 count. Really nothing here after, just Io Sky looking dominant. What do you think?
I It was an okay match. Like you said before, they've had matches in the past. The fans really didn't care too much about the match. It kind of it gives, some momentum for Io Sky, I guess. But I don't know. She has a tag team title match coming up, so I don't really know what to say too much about this. I think they've also booked LeRae like shit. She's came back, which is again weird to me because her and Gargano are both Triple H girls, but or people, sorry. But I thought it was an okay match. It wasn't really that interesting. It could have been better, and they need to start booking Candice LeRae a little bit better.
I feel you 100%, 100%. And Io Sky too.
Well,
But let's
she's
move
women's
on.
tag team champion. She's with Damage Control, so I think she's
I
fine.
get it, but I mean, it's like I don't know. I feel like even the women's tag titles, like I know they matter. I just they don't need it. There's like two teams. There's like what
Right.
teams are there? So Kevin Owens is backstage, and Elias shows up, and he pretty much asks a lot Kevin for backup tonight, and Kevin laughs at him. He's like, "I'm not helping you." You know, we remember earlier this year he had a whole issue with Ezekiel, Elias's brother. We then go out to the stage to ringside, and Elias is in the ring playing guitar, playing a song for Riddle. And then we get our match. Soko with Sami Zayn taking on Elias. Sami has a headbutt and a Samoan drop and gets a 2. Solo misses a flying splash. Elias chops Solo in the corner. Elias nails a spine buster and a neck breaker and gets a 2. Sami distracts Elias. Solo nails a super kick and spinning Solo to Elias and gets a 3 count victory. After Solo attacks Elias and hits a Samoan spike, which I love seeing every time he does that. Umaga respect. Solo then sets a chair around the neck of Elias, but Owens runs out, nails a stunner on Solo, and then Elias kind of pats him on the back, and Kevin nails a stunner on Elias. So, with all that, what are your thoughts on the relationship now between Owens and Elias? And it just seems like Bloodline continues to just keep the momentum going.
Right. I think I think the momentum is gonna keep going. Excuse me, my freaking had a cough. But this segment wasn't. Wait, did you ask me about the segment or did you ask me between Owens and Sammy? I'm sorry.
Well, not really so much Owens and Sammy's, but Owens and Elias, and I guess like what do you think of the match? Like,
Okay.
do you think it's? I guess they're. Where do you think they're going with all this? Like, I feel like they keep putting all these wrestlers and random
Okay.
storylines.
I agree. So I think, like I said, I think Kevin Owens is involved with these, matches because I think it's all going to be a build up for either the Rumble or which I think most likely will happen is Mania. So I think this is all, Owens doing little things with the bloodline here and there, adding little people to, so Owens is not by himself, so he's not like so he has backup because of the bloodline and Sami Zayn. Riddle was taken away in the ambulance and he's out for 6 weeks due to throat. He's hurt in the throat, but the real reason he's out is because he failed a second drug test and is in rehab for 30 days. So, I just there's nothing really too much to say about it. They don't WWE does we don't know what drug it is. WWE doesn't suspend for weed. Um, I like you mentioned it could be coke. Riddle had a divorce last year. He doesn't see his kids often. Maybe it's just a mental health thing. Um, so I don't know. I hope he comes back because he's awesome. He's funny as shit.
He's a
He's
coke
a good
addict.
wrestler. So but there's really not too much to talk about this match. I just think this is all just a small build up to WrestleMania because I think Owens will be involved in little segments with the bloodline because it's again all going to add up in the long run for Mania.
Okay, I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, you're totally right. Riddle, could just be going through, something like that. And who knows? Maybe he's not, doing the hard drugs that he's even accused of. It's all online speculation. But If he is, I hope he gets better. I hope he really does learn because this is his second.
Yeah,
You don't want to get fired like Mandy Rose. God forbid you sell your picture of your
but he's
body. But
already the UFC already. Dana White's already coming at him so many times for it.
so there you go. So our next match we have Asuka taking on Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio. Asuka came out without face paint, and pretty much Asuka's able to spray mist in Dominic's eyes. And then I think Rhea nails the riptide and gets the win. And yeah, and then Dominic's runs off, with the stuff in his eye. So I'll talk to you, Christian, because fun fact here, one of your co-hosts here fucked up me, and I did not watch the Raw, so I have to bring it to my good friend who does his homework and actually does what he's supposed
My
to do.
brother, did you say the R- Mysterio match?
So I just kind of covered. I didn't cover the match, but Oscar and Rhea, I kind of just said that
Did
Oscar's.
you forget about Solo versus Elias?
We just covered that, and we just talked about it. We talked about
That's
Kevin.
right. That's right.
Oh,
That's right. That's
yeah,
right. I'm stupid. I got in the Matt Riddle about that. I'm stupid.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
Don't call yourself stupid. You are
Holy
not. You are a
fuck.
straight up G that was very interested in
Yes.
Matt Riddle.
Yes. Okay. Yes. 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 Dominic versus
Yo,
Ripley versus Asuka.
this is mistake number 2. Party foul.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Sorry about that.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
So I guess Christian, like I said, I didn't do my homework. Christian, of course, always does. That's why I'm so glad he's here. He's just a great all-around guy. What's your Snapchat name?
I think it's Chris.Morales X.
Chris.Morales X.
Yeah.
Listen,
Add me.
he smiled. Yeah, no one's
Add
going
me or
to
your
add
mom's
any
a
of
fucking
us.
whore.
What?
I said add me or your mom's a fucking whore.
Oh, I thought you said add me because I'm a fucking whore.
No.
I was about to say, go right on, dude. Do it up. Be like as much Mandy Rose as you want. You don't have to get fired for it.
True.
So, all right. So let me throw it to you, sir. After the Asuka and Dominic match, I'm sorry, Asuka and Rhea match, Asuka loses. Take over, sir.
Okay, yeah. So basically, Rhea was in control throughout most of the match. We see Asuka blow some mist on Dominic's face, and then Ripley shoves Asuka into Dominic, and then Ripley hit the Riptide for the win. So kind of a cheap finish, but I think Rhea wins every fucking singles match that she's in. Um, so I don't know. I don't know where she's gonna go with this because I think Alexa's gonna win the title. But Dominic's always a factor in again helping Rhea Ripley win matches. I feel like they're gonna put her against, Bianca or the champion, whoever the champion is after the Rumble at some point in the beginning of 2023. Um, if they just keep having Ripley win matches, I think it's gonna keep her strong.
You know what I want to
Asuka
see?
keeps losing, so I think maybe Asuka. We see Asuka coming out without the face paint or all that shit. So I think maybe Asuka's gonna turn heel.
I think I'm hoping we get Becky versus Rhea at Mania. That pop for the two of them.
Mm,
I mean, I know we have some time to get there.
not even a championship match.
Not even a championship match. Who gives a fuck? That pop, the way they faced off, and the
Hell
fact that
yeah.
people are still posting about
Hell
it on
yeah.
Facebook, like we don't need. We can see that. I can see that happening. And I could totally see them doing Bailey and Becky leading up to it. But anyways, keep on going, sir. But
No,
yeah,
that's all I had to say.
yeah. Go ahead, sir.
No, that's all I had to say about it. I just hope Asuka turns heel. I think she's just gonna turn heel.
Yes. Okay.
Do you want me to continue like with the show?
Yes.
Or oh, that's what you meant?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Okay.
totally fine. Go ahead, sir.
So they showed what happened last Raw on Raw with Seth fucking Rollins and Bobby Lashley got into a wild brawl after Rollins, got Bobby Lashley all pissed off, and then Lashley hit his spear, and then on Pete Williams by accident joined the brawl. Whatever. and then whatever. I'm gonna skip all that, and then because I want to get to this segment because we don't really see this guy too much, and I really like him. Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler did a backstage promo talking about, you know, the importance of the United States title. Um, Dolph Ziggler was a fucking amazing United States champion back in the day.
Yeah.
Ziggler said that Theory is the U.S. champion on paper, and he's done it all, and said that Theory needs to be able to put the title on his shoulder and put the show on his back. Ziggler said that Theory's cocky ignorance will be his downfall, and that's why he's not deserving of being the United States champion. Um, Ziggler's a fucking veteran, and he's been booked like shit. He hasn't been booked good, and it's bullshit because he does everything he's been asked to do, and he fucking does it perfect. He does it so good. When he was a heel, a mid-card heel, Ziggler, Theory kind of reminds me of like a Ziggler. When Ziggler was that young mid-card heel when he kind of, first came onto the WWE, this is kind of what it's reminding me of. And Ziggler still does everything so fucking good, man. I hope we get a United States Championship match with him, and I hope he fucking wins it, man. What do you think about it? What do you think about Dolph Ziggler
I
finally
like
getting
Dolph
more
Ziggler.
TV
I
time?
really like him. I like him like as a person.
Right, he's a
I
such a
watch
he's
him
a
on
cool
the
dude.
bump. Yeah, he's really cool. He's done it for a long time. He's been a live champ. He's held a lot of titles. There's nothing wrong with him. I like seeing him on there. I think he always elevates stuff. So I like Dolph, and he should go for the title. But honestly, I'd rather see him go for like a world title. Like I'm tired of seeing the same
I don't know
people.
if he's that. I don't know if
I
he's
get what you're saying, but that's just because of the champions now.
right.
Like, if Roman Reigns wasn't the champion, think of like Shawn Michaels. Like Shawn Michaels wasn't a jacked big fucking dude, but he held the title and he really thought he was a real champion. The problem is everyone that goes for a title shot, like if I was doing it, I'd be all right, Dolph versus fucking Seth, or Seth versus Johnny, or Dolph versus like I wouldn't always put the big guys because I like the big guys, but that's all we fucking see. So I want to see Dolph go for like a serious title.
No,
You
I can
know,
agree with you on that.
split up the Universal and WWE. Let one of the titles be sort of like I hate to say this, but like have one title be like the Giants title, like the Romans or the Bronze or the whatever, and then have the other title be for like the more high flyers, like the Johnnies, the Dolphs, the Sets, the fucking Codys, like you're booking these people, Seth versus Reigns. Like, yeah, most people would want Seth to win, but we know he's not going to win against Roman. But anyways, I'm a big Dolph fan. Want him to keep going to the moon. He's the bomb. Keep it going, sir.
Right. So I agree, but before we talk about the main event next week on Monday Night Raw, we're finally getting it. Finally getting it. Dexter Loomis versus The Miz in a winner take all ladder match. Real quick, Anthony, what are you finally excited to see Dexter Loomis versus The Miz?
I'm finally excited to see it end. Like this story has
Oh,
been going on and on. I don't know. I feel like there's just been too many other people involved. The whole storyline to begin with is stupid. Winner take all. When are they winning? The contract. Like I don't understand the money. Like who gives a fuck? Like in actuality, whatever money that Loomis got from the Miz can probably make in a day. Like it's stupid. But go ahead. I'm excited as ending.
I'm very excited to finally see Dexter Loomis.
You're happy to see this match. You really want to see it?
I do want to see it. Hell yeah. It better not be stupid. Better not be stupid. But, we have Seth fucking Rollins making his entrance to the fans singing as usual. That's my thing. I love that thing so much, man. I love it. And it gets louder all the time. I fucking love it. I love it. I love it. I love when the crowd sings to it. I lost my voice. He came out twice when I went front row, so I'm happy I got to experience that. But it's Bobby Lashley versus Seth freaking Rollins. The winner gets a championship match versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Rollins ran into his shoulder block by Lashley, who followed up with a clothesline over the top to the floor. Rollins avoided a move into the ring post by sending Lashley into the ring post. Rollins jumped off the apron with a knee to the face. Rollins tried to piss off Lashley, saying that Brock Lesnar was stronger than him. Lashley continued with the pedigree attempt with a back body drop over the top of the floor. Austin Theory was shown on TV backstage. Lashley sent Rollins into the steel steps. Lashley grabbed the steel steps, but the referee told Lashley he would get disqualified if he used the steps. Lashley gave Rollins a back body drop over the barricade at ringside, and that led to a commercial. When we came back to the commercial, Bobby Lashley hits Seth Rollins with a neck breaker. Bobby Lashley set up Rollins on top of the turnbuckle. Rollins bit Lashley in the head to knock him down, and Rollins jumped on top of the crossbody block for a 2 count. Rollins with the jumping hit kick to the head, and then he hits 2 suicide dives to Bobby Lashley onto the barricade, where Lashley hit a power slam. The referee bumped to the floor where they were near the turnbuckle. Bobby Lashley hits a spear. The ref was really slow to get into the ring, so he counted, and Lashley gets a 2 count. Bobby Lashley complained about it, and then Lashley charges with the spear, but Seth Rollins counters with a pedigree. Lashley covered for a pinfall. And then the match ends, and the match was around 12 minutes, and your winner is Seth fucking Rollins, and he is your #1 contender for the United States Championship match against Austin Theory. Before we take our last and final break, I just want to say, I talked about earlier about, wanting to see Dolph Ziggler. So, hopefully, whoever wins this match, Dolph is next in the US title run. But when we come back, me and Anthony are gonna give our thoughts on the main event, and it's gonna be fucking awesome, man. So stick around, and we'll be back.
Hi, what's up? We are back. I like just randomly throwing it. That's when you get the real reactions. That was Christian's real reaction to us.
It's all right, because I'm still Christian, and that's still Anthony.
Yes, and that's still us. And I don't know if I really still want to be Anthony, unfortunately, but that's for another time, another therapy session. That is not today. So hi Christian, take it over. Oh, we were talking about the main event, right? So go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. Yes, sir. So, like I was saying before we took our last break, Seth Rollins wins the match. Lashley charged with the spear, but Rollins counters it with a pedigree to cover Lashley. I thought the fucking match was awesome, man. It was a main level type match. You got two main event level superstars. Lashley spears are fucking spot on. Oh my God, before I get into the match, Adam Pearce comes out and confronts Bobby Lashley at ringside. Pearce was asking Lashley why he did it, and Lashley didn't want to talk about it. Pearce said they talk about this. Lashley shoves Pearce out of his face into the barricade when Adam Pearce gets in Lashley's face and says, "You're fired."
This was before the match?
This was after the
Oh,
match.
after. Okay.
But
Okay.
before I get into that, the match itself, like I said, was very good, main level type match. Bobby Lashley's so good with the spears. Everyone talks about Roman, Goldberg, Edge, Batista, but Lashley's spears are always fucking incredible. You know, Rollins coming with the pedigree, I mean, that's not really his move. Rollins often does the pedigree because of Triple H. He used it with the Authority when he was with the Authority, all that, but I didn't think he'd be still using it. It's kind of cringy to watch, to be honest. But it's good to have him win, to show that he can win without using his current stop. And I like the match, and it sucks the crowd wasn't into it as much as they should have been, because that fucking match was awesome, man. It was awesome. But before I get into the what happened after the match, Anthony, what do you think about the match itself, and what do you think about Seth Rollins becoming the #1 contender for the US title?
Well,
Again,
it sounds like a hell of a match. I'm gonna go back and check it out. But based on what you said, it sounds like a lot of back and forth action. I'm glad that Rollins got the victory out of this one. It seemed like it was clean. Like it didn't seem like there was a lot of drama behind it so much. So I like that. I like that we're gonna get Theory and Rollins again. They seem like they have better compatibility with each other, chemistry, than Lashley and Theory have. And as far as Lashley getting fired, this storyline happens all the time. People get fired, so to say. It's probably just a storyline. I am hearing. I mean, I guess I can say this because it's just a rumor. I kept thinking that we were going to get Lashley versus Lesnar at Mania, but I'm now hearing, spoiler alert, that we're going to get Lesnar versus Gunther at Mania.
Yes, I did hear that.
So, I mean, that kind of throws out my plans of so maybe Lashley will fight Lesnar at Rumble. I don't know, but I just I really hate when they take these long invested storylines and then like have them fight at like a Rumble and then make WrestleMania matches be like a 2 month storyline thing. Like we're probably getting Dominic versus fucking Bad Bunny. That makes no one wants to see that. We want to see Dominic versus fucking Ray. Mania isn't special anymore. I feel like Mania is just another pay-per-view. Yeah, it's 2 nights, but the matches don't matter anymore. You're not getting Rock versus Austin. You're not getting Hulk versus Warrior, Taker
Right.
versus Michaels. You're getting Roman versus Lesnar, the biggest WrestleMania event. Like, no, like, so
No,
that's my take.
I agree. I agree.
But yeah, I mean, Lashley's fired. Cool.
He'll be back.
Yeah. But
Um,
yeah.
so the show was good, man. Decent Monday Night Raw like always. You know, we had three contenders matches.
Yep.
That's always good. We had interesting to see Alexa Bliss, with the Wyatt thing again. Solo continues to be dominant.
Yeah, that was
Um,
probably my moment of the night was when she went to do the
yeah,
Sister Abigail to Bianca.
Solo.
That was cool.
Okay, so I was just gonna ask you that, but okay,
Sorry, sir.
no, you're good, you're good,
Thinking
you're good.
ahead.
So Solos look dominant as well, and I think we're gonna see a change from Asuka. But I thought the star of the night was, I'm gonna say Seth Rollins. He looked really, really good in the main event, and he won it. He looked fucking good. I thought the show probably a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
It could have been better, but we'll just have to wait for next week, guys.
Yeah, I mean, Raw is coming at you soon. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's next. I was kind of hoping that we were going to get some more stuff, but we'll see. I'm most excited for this whole Alexa Bliss Bray Wyatt. That's the most captivating thing for me right now because
Right.
it's the only thing that I don't know. It's the only mystery that I'm getting, and I like mysteries. I don't like things being solved right away. But here's something that doesn't need to be solved and doesn't need to be a puzzle or mystery to find out. Christian is the bomb. I appreciate his time,
Hey man, I appreciate you having me like always, my brother.
your commitment. It is now
What's
10:40 p.m. our time. So
what's next? What's next for the uncensored pro? Or is that a surprise?
I'm wrong. It's not 10:40. It's 10:32. No. So what's next for the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast? We got a lot of different stuff coming your way. We have the Slammy Awards coming up. We got New Year's Eve stuff coming up. Christmas. We got Christian. We got some busy stuff this week, man. Got some
Nice.
stuff going on. But we got SmackDown, Raw, Ring of Honor, Final Battle, Dynamite. I'm not gonna watch Dynamite now that I know. Thank you.
Oh, that's just one thing that
I'm
happened.
breaking your balls. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I watch Dynamite. Well, I don't. I mean, I should. I will. I
It's
will.
not official yet, but that's just
I
what's
will
gonna
watch it
happen.
for you because even though you do Dynamite, I should kind of have some backup there for you.
I love
Have
it.
some knowledge because this dude runs Dynamite, and that's very fun. Um,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
thinking maybe. Well, we'll talk. All right. So everybody, have a good night. Be safe, and we will talk to you soon. Peace in the streets. Bye, y'all.